Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello. Actually, I'm not the host.
No.
It's you are. Sorry.
Ha ha ha. Hello and welcome to doodle 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 doo the Kicking the Peanut Show. I don't know why I had to do those sound effects, but I just decided it'd be cool to do. This is where we just bounce around really crazy things that are going around in the world, ideas, thoughts, anything that really just comes to our mind, and we bring to you. It's just a bunch of malarkey that we all find interesting. It almost sounds kind of like the introduction to the day in history, though, but we do find it interesting. And we just want to bring to you the audience, whoever chooses to watch such videos. So, I am followed by my lovely friend and partner in crime here today. What's your name, buddy?
I am Aozander, and are you seeing my camera here?
Yes, kind of, but I think you froze up on me.
Oh no.
But yeah, well, it happens. What you gonna do? I'm on my phone right now. I'm not on my
When
laptop,
I'm
so.
unfrozen, let me know because I have something for you.
Oh, cool. Hang
So,
on a second. Let me. Well, but I am who is Alice, aka Lady Death, and many other things just fun names that I use along the
AKA
life. Just
Pampoovy, Bitch
yeah,
Puddin',
pant boot, bitch pudding, yeah,
Stapes slash
stapes,
Staples,
staples,
Lady
yeah, mm,
Death, who is Alice,
yep.
uh,
Just don't call me late for dinner.
the woman of many monikers.
Yes,
So,
yeah. Well, anyways, this is the Kicking the Peanut Show. Where we just, like I said, we just talk about random crap here and there. But let me just really pop up real quick and then pop back in, and let's get started with how are you doing? I'm gonna do this little quick maneuver so I can actually see you.
I'm trying to find a more suitable. Uh, there we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Now I can see you.
What do I have here, Alice?
Oh, you fucking peanut.
I kicked the peanut.
Well, you flicked the peanut.
That sounds wrong.
Yeah, I know. I totally
Flicking the
does.
peanut.
But
That was a
well,
good
well,
peanut too. Where'd it go?
I don't know. You should have drop kicked that in the background, like hiya.
Just drop
We'll have
kick
to have
level
you.
of peanut.
We'll just have to have you outside to drop kick the peanut. We're just gonna call the show "Drop Kicking the Peanut" from now on.
Drop kicking the peanut.
Well,
Anyway,
anyways, yeah. Look at us. We both thought the same thing at the same
yeah.
time.
Well, you
Except I
wanted to
was
talk
gonna.
about the Jesus statue out in Brazil getting hit by lightning.
Yeah. What was it? The Monument of Christ and shit. Yeah. It's a rare photo. There's been video of it done and happening and stuff, but there's this really cool picture of the Jesus statue on the top of that little kind of mountain rock, from erosion and all that stuff. It's just really cool where someone actually got a still of it.
Yeah.
And
Keep
so
talking. I'm actually oh, there it is. I want to.
yeah, I see it.
This is a really good peanut, so I don't want to waste it.
Well,
Well,
it's a really good peanut. I can't
I
afford
mean,
to lose
look at
it.
this specimen. This is the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a peanut. It
Yes,
has
it's the
perfectly
perfect
proportioned
peanut.
peanut-like properties.
It needs a monocle and a top hat and a cane and some, tap dancing shoes and like a bow tie, and then you're good to go.
Mr. Peanut.
Yes, Mr. Peanut. But
But
no, I
yeah,
thought that was a really cool picture. I saw that this morning when I woke up. I saw it in my and I was scrolling down and my phone is giving me notifications, and this came from AccuWeather, I believe. But there's a whole thing about where it's it's just a rare moment where you can get a good still of it. But look at how that head's just
yeah, it's glowing like he has a halo, like a super
yeah.
luminescent halo. But yeah, I've seen several videos on this statue, and one of them because a lot of people don't realize that statue is actually hollow.
Yeah,
In order for maintenance to get up there, keep things clean.
yeah, it's
There's lightning rods up there in order to direct lightning, because if lightning hits, because it's a statue, it's up there, there's nothing around it, so every square inch of that statue is susceptible
it's
to
at a high
lightning,
point.
and if it gets hit on the fingers or something, it can cause scorch marks, cause permanent damage to the statue, knock off fingers. So
Break out the head,
yeah,
even it makes sense. It's kind of yeah, especially at since it's on such a high point. But
yeah,
that's just a really cool picture.
it
They got a good
is.
still of it.
It is.
So
It's really cool. Let's see
and
here.
it's it's not that easy to actually get a perfect lightning bolt like picture as you think it is. It's really hard to get like perfect like ones, but like it's a really cool
Oh
picture how
wow!
like it's zoomed in so well. But
Look at that one. It zoomed all the way out. Like,
yeah, that's wicked. I
oh
mean,
right here.
it's
This is
it's
exactly
cool.
what I was talking about. See, he got hit on the hand, and
Yeah.
it damaged his finger. So,
Yep. And so they have to put out like rods and stuff now because like just to protect the structure because
oh
of
my
how old it
god.
is. Oh no, like that thing, like it's insane. Like some of these pictures that they have, like I've
Yo,
seen some videos of it. Like if you, oh Jesus, it's like going up the hill to it.
it looks like he's a wizard summoning lightning.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Or yeah,
awesome.
we're not summoning lightning. He's like Raiden, but
And then we have random explosion. Like,
oh, but then, like you go about that, like, well, this is in like Brazil, and not so far, but like you got like that lake, on like Venezuela, and I think what Colombia, that has like the largest amount of like lightning strikes per year because like over half of the year it's like got thunderstorms and lightning on this lake.
yeah. Oh yeah, the Venezuela things. Before we switch on to that
Yeah,
topic, like I'm looking, you see these little
yeah,
like sticks. I think those are the lightning rods. You can kind of see them. I'm not
yeah.
sure if you can.
They have to. You
But
have to
there's
with
they have
that.
little like sticks coming out all across his arm, his fingertips, everything.
Yeah,
So
it's to like reduce damage, but like it's not going to be like a full deterrent, but every once in a while.
it's to mitigate. Yeah.
But like yeah, they have to do some fixing. But it's a cool statue. I'd love to see it at least once in my lifetime. But
So would I. Now you were talking about these Venezuelan this area this
the thunderstorms that like go over this lake, like on the like it's a lake on the border of Venezuela and I think Colombia.
yeah.
The giant lake. It's right on I think technically part of the Gulf of Mexico and everything too. So but it has like some of the the most lightning strikes in the world because like I think over like 180 days a year, it just has these crazy lightning storms.
It says here, and sorry for the bad quality, it's just a picture, audience. Most electric place on Earth. Venezuela's Lake Maracaibo holds the Guinness World Record for the highest concentration of lightning, with 250 lightning flashes per square kilometer each year. The storms are most spectacular at the peak of the wet season, as at this time of year you can see an average of 28 lightning flashes each minute. So, see, here's the thing. It's not 250 lightning strikes a year. It's 250 lightning strikes per square kilometer per year. So,
Yeah,
like, we're talking thousands
through
of
that
lightning
area.
strikes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
like,
I
right
remember
here.
seeing was it like I've seen a couple. It wasn't. I think it was part of River Monsters, even though he was on the lake. But like I think he was going between places to like that River Monster Hunter. I think like he was like in a portage where it came onto this lake, and like one night he's out there just like, and the videotape shows like just how active it is. It's insane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, right here, like, a lot of people would think that this is a compile of,
Like a still.
well, no, no, like, they would think that, like, this is all the lightning strikes, because you know how you can, like, take a
Yeah,
picture and take another
a
picture and
time
and
lapse.
then compile them together.
Yeah,
No, this
time
is just one
lapse.
photograph. Like, all of these strikes are happening simultaneously. It's literally a wall of electricity. Like this other picture here. There's a location in Venezuela known where lightning strikes up to 280 times an hour, 160 nights a year. This atmospheric phenomenon is known as Catatumbo lightning. So, like,
Yeah,
that
it's
wall of
insane.
electricity is not a time lapse. That is a one shot. So
Well,
that's
I can
insane.
only imagine like the sprites that these storms produce, because like if you remember anything about sprites, it's like that discharge that goes up into the atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is there any pictures you can show of sprites?
Lightning sprites. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when like sometimes. Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
This
Isn't
is
that
like
like electrifying the ionosphere and stuff
yeah.
like?
It comes with really actively like electrically charged like
Particles.
storms. Yeah. And so this is what will happen, like these sprites, and people wouldn't didn't realize this until like what back in the what late 80s, early 90s, or somewhere in the 90s, I think,
Well,
that
that's
we
interesting.
discovered sprites.
I brought up this picture here, and like it's showing us all the different like lightning stuff. So like down here, you have like the storm normal clouds and everything. You have normal lightning, lightning over here, blue jets, upward super bolts, conventional cloud to air discharge, and then up
Mm-hmm.
above we're talking about like kilometers. So like the lightning is 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, so 10 to 20 kilometers in the air. Up to 50 is when tendrils start happening, and then sprites are up, they start up in the mesosphere up at like 65, 70 kilometers in the air, and it continues on up, and then above the sprites there's elves all the way up in the ionosphere, and I believe
You
that's
talking
like
about kilometers or you talking about feet?
kilometers.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So like up to 100 kilometers in the air up in the ionosphere. The electricity, like I'm no scientist, but like I know about like ions, radiation
Yeah.
discharge, stuff like that. So this is all particles up in the upper atmosphere getting excited and providing
Well,
like
what goes up must come down too.
yeah,
So it gives off discharge from the center and goes outward in both areas when it's supercharged.
yeah,
It's a really cool phenomena, and it's really awesome that we discovered this. And like actually, quite literally, like if you're in an airplane high enough about above a storm, you can actually see like mini sprites
hmm.
if you're like paying attention.
Yeah. I haven't
Like
seen
if
any
you're in an
sprites to my
airplane
recollection.
flying like across the, yeah, I've seen it happen like when I was a kid.
That's
But
awesome.
like I didn't know, yeah, but I didn't know that was what it was. But like it's very quick, but like you think you're just seeing like you think it's just kind of like just the bright light, but like if it's far off in the distance enough, you can actually see something kind of goes real quick.
You want to know what I wish we'd learn a little bit more about?
Hmm.
Ball lightning.
Ball lightning? Oh, dude, that is a crazy phenomenon.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, I'm afraid to have you pull up a video of like anybody that's had ball lightning, because but like it usually is just like a cell phone footage, and some of it can be debunked. But ball lightning is the rarest form of lightning, and it usually will float around, and then when it like discharges, it'll make a loud bang, like a transformer blew up or something.
Yeah, because it's just power that's floating around. Like I have a couple stills here from a video I know I've seen of ball lightning hovering over train tracks, and
Yeah,
it has discharge tendrils going over and making
yeah.
contact with the rails, but it's still like floating around, and then it blows up. This one says
Yeah,
it's
well,
been debunked, but
maybe after the show we can actually watch a video of it because I'm afraid like to watch a video of it and be like,
yeah,
we
I
get in
know. Like
trouble.
it's stupid. Like like I see. I don't want you to feel bad for getting us in trouble because normally it shouldn't be getting us in trouble. But
No,
like
because it was on YouTube for everyone else to see. So I was like,
yeah,
well, why can't we just like show it? Like we were just sorry, Shane McMahon, if we and sorry WWE if we offended you.
yeah, you
Not
think
sorry,
I was
actually.
talking with the Golden Loon about that. He's just like you'd think they'd be appreciative of the shout out. Not just shut
Yeah,
us down.
well, maybe it's
Like
because it was Shane McMahon and not like Stephanie or Triple H, and because Shane's not really part of that anymore. So
well
maybe that's why, and they were butthurt because we wanted
uh,
to show the like the insane like. But if it was like if we had shown like Mick Foley and like all that, him doing it, like, it'd probably have been okay.
I don't know, because Carrera said the WWE goes after everybody, no matter what. So
Oh
very
well,
much like
screw them.
Disney and especially Nintendo. Ugh, don't get me started on them. So
Well, poor Nintendo, but not.
nope, not poor
The only
Nintendo.
thing good about Nintendo was the Nintendo 64 with the game GoldenEye. The only thing good about
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Well, my other monitor froze, so I'm gonna have to bring the Discord chat into the camera. Um, but let's see here. So yeah, no, like lightning,
Just
electricity.
kidding.
It is fascinating.
It is a like well, weather in itself is just fascinating.
Yeah.
Like dust devils are really cool to see. Like I've seen somebody like in a dust devil get like flown like 15 feet because they got decided to run into one. I'm like, you idiot.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a couple
You just
dust
get
devils out
tossed.
in the desert, like when I was younger.
Dude, Yeah, but like kind of, you know what it reminds me is like, when someone put like, I've seen this old video like of like someone does like a merry-go-round, but they hook up their moped wheel to it to make it spin faster, and
Oh
all next
yeah,
thing you know, everyone goes flying off and like off like it from the force of gravity.
yeah. That's when like that's the last generation of people actually having childhoods, because like you know you can't build character if you're not getting like thrown off of a rusty carousel and contracting tetanus.
Here,
Like
well, here,
you gotta go out there and get some broken bones. Get some scrapes.
yeah. You gotta
Like
you gotta live life outdoors. Just don't have to be on a screen all day. No,
yeah.
Xander, go look up just like on a sidebar and just like privately watch. Like here, I'll tell you if
I
it's the
can't
right
have a
video.
sidebar. My other monitor is frozen.
Oh, okay. Well, just look up merry-go-round of death.
Oh, death. This
This
sounds like
video
something from
probably came out
Metalocalypse.
in like
Oh yes,
2007.
merry-go-round of
Hang
death. It
on.
just shows a
No,
standard.
not that one. Hang on. Just go back.
This one.
I'll tell you which one it is. You'll
Yeah, this one. He has a
this
moped
yep,
on it.
that one right there.
Oh
This
yeah,
one right. Yes. Now watch that privately.
I've
That
seen it.
video.
I've seen
Oh
like a
yeah.
lot of these. I've
Well,
seen
that
one
one
where
particularly.
I've seen one where somebody like attached a full-on motorcycle and stuff to it. Like it's insane.
Well, yeah, he's using this little tiny like moped scooter. But
Um,
like no, just like put
merry-go-round.
it like look it up on your phone real quick and just I just want to see your reaction when you watch it.
Howard. Hold on a second.
it's it's brutal.
Let's see here. Yeah, there's several of these with like littler mopeds and everything. But
Yeah, that one's by far like the best one in my opinion.
there's
It's
one
the
I've
first
seen
and
that
only
was
there's
powered by
only
something
one and
stronger.
that's that one for me. I don't know. I just can't help it.
Playground carousel powered by
Dude, I
car.
used to love those. Like, I used to
Hmm.
love running around. We had one, like, when my grandfather passed away and we had to go back out to southwestern Minnesota for his um, funeral last June.
Hmm.
We drove by my grandfather's house and my grandmother's house, and, like, sure as crap, like a house and a half over, there was the same swing set with the same merry-go-round, same teeter-totter that I got hit between the eyes with.
Oh dang, it's still there.
It's still there, the same swing set,
Oh my
same
god.
everything. Like,
Ugh.
I was like, oh my god, they'd never changed it. It's the same as it was like
Alice, do you
30,
see this
30
picture?
years ago.
Alice, do you see this picture?
Yeah,
Like,
I
look
can
how
see what's
fast it's
going
going.
on.
Holy crap.
That one looks like it has a protection one. You remember, the ones we had were the ones where like down at an angle and then went straight down, and so you had to hold on for dear life.
See,
Oh, dude, we.
it's stuff like this I'm used to. Like look how
Yep,
rusty and like sharp edges
yep.
and like
It
you
was it
know
was like it was a diamond plate like bottom with like each one
yeah
had a different color like and it was like a pie shaped like colors. Yep, like that.
yeah like
Well,
that.
we didn't have
No
no,
no
we didn't
mine
have that one. Yep,
no.
ours were
So
like that.
you can see there used to be colors on this. It's just so run down.
Yep,
Like
yep.
and it's
This is like
rusty.
this is the one I used to like romp around with. Oh, those were the best.
Yeah, I remember these. Like these are from my childhood. Like back in my day. God, I sound like old.
Yeah.
But like you did not have a fun day out on the playground unless you come home with blood on your
Oh
clothes.
no.
Essentially, like you have to have some kind of wound. So otherwise, you didn't play enough. So
Oh, dude, no. Yeah, we didn't mess around back then. Like tetanus was like a thing.
let's
I'm
see here.
just kidding.
Old playground equipment. Oh yeah,
Oh, like the old metal slides that like burn your skin when you slide down it
yeah.
when you're wearing shorts. Oh, because the sun's burning on it. Oh yeah.
I'm trying.
But
Oh,
hey,
here it is.
at
Like
least at least the welding was good.
now,
You know.
now look at this picture. Like look at you have kids climbing up these rickety ladders, just climbing on these like shoddily built pipes. You see this kid like all the way up here. How did he get all the way out there? You know, like that's dangerous. And then see something that a lot of people don't seem to realize is not only back then, you know, like would you have a high, you know, probability of getting injured, but over here you'll see only the strong survived recess. You have a child mid falling. Oh my god.
Dude, no, dude, like it's seriously insane. Like I miss that. Like,
yeah.
You know, we used to climb up trees and fall out of them.
Bro, remember like getting on these tire swings and spinning around and then like not realizing how tight the chains were until your fingers get caught in them?
Oh yeah, or you accidentally, or somehow like your pocket gets stuck on the fucking S-shaped chain that holds the seat to the swing, and you jump off and you get caught on that and you just go down. I've seen that happen.
Yo, where was this? Like some of these were you know gone by the time I got to a playground, but this looks fun and dangerous. This looks fun, and I just saw like this. Children was just swinging around.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
That looks so fun.
Dude, I would love that.
I would too. See, in something like this would be dangerous. I would like literally.
Oh, I've seen parks where you used to have shit like that.
Yeah, I would try to like climb like upside down, you know, and then like go all the way around like you know a roller coaster doing a loop. So.
There was this place called Playworks, I think, that had like it was just this gigantic jungle gym, and it was an indoor one. And it even had like this huge area that was like 3 stories tall of like the nets that you would like kind of see like in a McDonald's playhouse, but like this was like massive. Like oh my god, it was so intense.
What was that? What was that company that the entire thing was just a play place?
Well, this place was just called Playworks, but then there's like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, but like this wasn't like a fast food building. It was just like, Play Pie? No, like
No, I said Playworks, but
Playworks?
I mean that's what we had out in the that was out in the Midwest.
Well, it's the same idea. Like I had like several birthday parties in one of these. Like you know they had pizza and everything, but they weren't like Chuck E. Cheese. You know Chuck E. Cheese is all about like you know the pizza and the arcades and all that stuff. This entire thing was just completely structured to be primarily a play place. So it was
that's what Playworks was essentially. There wasn't like any like arcade games really per se in there. There might be like a really small section, but not a huge one.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm gonna ask the Golden Moon if he just so happens to remember. So 1 minute. Yo, Dad.
What's that place? That's just a big like has that big playground up top, but has like the arcades below that we went to when we were out for your birthday. Not last year, but the year before.
Oh.
That one giant playroom, like arcade and everything down in like by the mall. Yeah. What am I missing?
The Works?
Yeah, the Works. Yeah.
It wasn't my birthday, but.
Well, no, it was around your birthday we went out there. Remember? Because we stayed out there for like a couple days.
You just said it doesn't look like anything to him.
I came home last night and you were like that was going off the whole night.
Because it's a 24/7 stream.
Oh my god.
It never ends.
Dang.
Jesus.
I thought the 10-hour stream we did was long. So.
Well, there's this place out in Pennsylvania called The Works, which has like up on the upper level, it's like a jungle gym, but down below it is an arcade.
What?
The Works, that's what it was called, right? It was like, yeah, up on the top place, it was like that mazy jungle gym you can run around. That was what was closed off when we went up there. Remember, it was closed off. Yeah, but like on the first floor, it's like a bunch of like arcade games. But if you look above, it's like 2 floors of like jungle gym.
Alice, look at this. This is enormous.
Hang on a second. Let me get back into it.
Go in there.
Oh, gosh darn it! My phone's being a douche canoe.
Dang.
Get a second. Here we go.
I'm just absolutely surprised.
Oh, that's wicked.
That's enormous, dude.
Yeah, well, this is very similar to what I was talking about, but a little different. And but yeah, I think the place it was called Playworks, and I think it was like in some little like suburban town outside of the Twin Cities. But like it was a really cool place my friend had for a birthday party when I was a kid. It was super cool. Um, but there's this place called The Works here. I think like look it up. It's look out for The Works in Pennsylvania.
I looked
Like
up
on
the
the top.
works. That was
Oh,
that
you did?
massive picture I showed you earlier. That was from the works.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. See, so it has that big whatever, and then
High
below it
Play
has the
Cup.
arcade, and there's a bunch of restaurants. There's a couple like food areas and a bar, and I think there's like what else is in there at the work?
I
Man,
don't know. Like, uh, hold on a second. Company
you
1990s.
you seem to know more about it back when we were talking about
Here
it.
we
So,
go. This looks very familiar.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
You just go around.
yeah. Like here's like a 3D blueprint and such. You know, here's another one. Like you have
Oh, that's
slides, you have climbing
super
things, you have
wicked.
those nets. Like
Yep. I mean,
so.
that's like I would love an adult one.
Hell yeah. Hey, you know, like maybe we should get into that. Like, you know, make an adult play place.
Dude, that would be fucking wicked.
Yeah.
An adult place like this, like for those who are for the whatever. And then like in certain areas, if you can climb up to it, then there'll be like a little area where you all of a sudden you have a bartender. But the literally
No,
fucked up part is
we
like the
can't get
bartender
alcohol
sitting
into
at the.
that. The lawsuits would be incredible.
Oh, dude. Well, no, like no matter how you fall though, you're gonna. It's so padded. You'll fall through some many bungee cords. You'll be like, oh.
Well,
Someone's
adults
gonna
are
throw
also
up.
like, you know, adults are less durable than children. So like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you fall on like, you know, freaking 18
Yeah.
feet of pure padding, if you just fall on your head wrong, then you're gonna die. So it doesn't matter.
Oh,
So like, um,
yeah. I know.
because like
They're all thinking.
even if you don't, you know, the impact doesn't kill you, it will not kill you, but the rest of
Well,
your
like,
body is coming down on your neck. So
well, then how about this? The top part, if you climb up to it successfully, you'll be rewarded with an ice cream parlor.
hmm. Well, we'll figure this out. It's a good start of an idea. Like,
It'd be
wow, these
hilarious.
slides
Oh,
are
damn, look
awesome.
at the. Oh, that's cool. Slide.
Yo, that one's vertical,
Ooh.
dude. You see that?
Someone's gonna go flying if
Like, no, do you
if
see
they're
it?
not
It
doing
goes
it
straight
right.
down. Like you literally just like zoom.
Oh, that's
Bruh,
awesome.
that looks dangerous.
That looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like I want to have like the one of the biggest like ball pits, but like also like on one end of this like big ginormous like jungle gym, the other side would be a water park.
The world's biggest ball. Oh my god, that is
What?
a big ball pit.
They turned a fucking what, Olympic pool into
That's
a
actually
ball pit.
dangerous because you can't swim to the top of balls. You'll
Well, unless
literally
it's like
sink.
it's the size of an Olympic pool, but it's all like one. It doesn't go deeper. It like stays like
Looks like it's
it's
waist
like
deep.
no more than 4 feet, 5 feet deep.
Yeah. Oh wow,
Oh,
that's
good God.
bigger. Dude, that's cool. You get to go to a gumball machine and then ready to slide.
And slide down into the pit.
That's cool.
In a way, dude, that looks like it was. Dude, is that in the Mall of America? No, it's not.
Let's see here.
No, it's not. It looked like it was the Great Circle, but like the way the angle of it is, it's more oval shaped right there, like egg shaped, so it can't be.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where this is.
But it makes
So
me
much
think
E.
of the movie
coli.
Toys.
Yes.
Makes me feel like the movie Toys, like with Robin Williams.
Huh.
And then that
Toy
Happy
Story?
Worker song from Tori Amos.
Tori Anus.
Yeah, Tori Amos. Amos, not anus.
Oh.
A-M. M as in Mary. Oh,
They converted an office.
pranking
to a
your
ball pit.
pranking your office mates with
Hmm.
balls everywhere.
Yeah.
Like this
Oh.
isn't funny. And you're like,
This is
whatever.
cool,
It is
though.
funny.
Do you know about these?
What?
The black balls they put into the reservoirs.
Are they just like rubber balls, or are
Yeah,
they?
they're just black rubber balls. But like out here in California, and I actually saw this on an episode of What on Earth. But somebody saw the California reservoir, or like one of our reservoirs in Los Angeles, and it's completely black. But it's not black because of the water. It's black because there's like thousands, millions of these little black balls, that are floating, and because they're black, they absorb the light. So it reduced what's the word? Uh, like the heat taking water evaporation.
It
Reduced
reduces evaporation.
yeah, it reduced evaporation.
Oh, that's smart for like being a drought. So it reduces it because it's not like the whole water's not. That's cool.
Yeah, they cover the entire water in these black
Using
balls.
black balls to
Yeah.
reduce evaporation in water reservoirs in California. Look at that, man.
Yeah.
They throw a bunch of rubber balls right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
Nice.
here's another picture. Like you can see, oh, here we go. Look at that.
Yeah,
See, they're dumping all the balls into the reservoir, and you can see like the entire reservoir is covered in it to combat, the drought. So
I hope they're non-porous rubber balls. So well,
I
yeah,
believe so.
Because then it doesn't get into the water. But
Dude, doesn't
oh
that
yeah,
look
okay,
weird?
I get it. Well, that's smart.
It looks like gravel, but it's not. If you try to
It
step
looks
out
like
on that, you'll fall.
it looks like caviar.
Yeah, it does.
A sea of caviar from afar.
Caviar from
James
afar.
James Bond would want, or a giant black ball pit for kids would be like, oh, let's jump it.
Yo. Not good. But hey, like
Each their own.
it would be like I'm not condoning this, but it would be an intriguing way to dispose a body because you can't see it from the surface.
Yeah,
So
that wouldn't be good either.
don't do that, people.
Well, why did you have to bring it up? Now people know about it. Way to go, Xander.
Whoops. But yo,
Way to give out Californian trade secrets.
well, I don't think Noah's going to be joining us because we're over halfway through the show already.
I know. Aw, it's unfortunate. But
Oh well.
anyways, have you heard of any interesting stuff? Because I did say we were gonna talk. I would like to have talked about like UFO stuff.
Yeah, well, we all know about all these balloons and then, shooting down unidentified objects. And, we apparently, there was a balloon recently that was shot down that was part of some kind of, hobbyist group's balloon. And now people are just shooting balloons. We've turned into a society fearful of balloons. Oh my god, something's in the air, shoot it down.
I don't understand it. When do we do it before?
And see, here's how wacky it is. Even I fall prey to this. For all of these years, all of these ufologists and conspiracy theorists and all these people have been going on, saying, oh, it is UFOs, it is aliens, the government's lying, and now the government's saying, oh, yeah, it is UFOs, it is aliens, and now all the conspiracy people, including myself, they're like, oh, no, it's not aliens, the government's lying, it's like, oh my god, everything is just so twisted.
They're calling them UFOs because they're. What I don't know. I don't understand what's going on, but it's now they're like, oh, now you're gonna admit this. It's like, okay, yeah, well, we can see these in the telescopes, and people are showing pictures. No, that's just a balloon.
Yeah.
It's not one of those glowing
Which is funny because in
it's
Roswell,
hard
that
to
was the
see.
first thing they said. It's just a balloon, and then now, everything's flipped on its head. Literally everything. My God.
Everything's upside down now.
Yep.
I don't
Oh
even
God,
know
we
what to
became
do.
Australia, mate. Crikey. Throw a ship on the blob, eh?
It's all Greek to me, dude. I don't even know what to think anymore. Logic is just out the front door apparently nowadays, and so I'm just like, you know what?
But I did see a video earlier today, actually. Let's see if I can see it in my history here. Let's see here. Where did it go? Yeah, here it is. from Tim Pool. Senator says lock your doors tonight after being asked about UFOs spotted over U.S. So
Lock your doors tonight.
that's concerning. Like,
Jesus.
yeah.
Well, if you weren't locking your doors beforehand, you're an idiot.
Well,
I mean, no, you're not an idiot, but like,
well,
I remember those days where you didn't really have like, it's a more of a saying that you didn't really have to lock your doors at night.
well. Locking doors is more of a sign of the collapse of a society, because like there is a guy, I don't remember who it was, but like um, it's a black guy. He grew up in the Bronx and everything, or no, in Harlem, not the Bronx. He grew up in Harlem, and we all know Harlem, is not a good place. But he grew up during, or before, either before or shortly after the start of the whole segregation thing, or I think he's talking about what his dad said to me. But before welfare and all that stuff, or actually no, during welfare and all that stuff, the black community can only rely on itself. It couldn't rely on police because yes, there were racial biases back then, a lot more than there are today. I'm not saying that they're not here, but like back then it was really bad. So that community can only rely on itself. And in Harlem, they didn't lock the doors because they didn't have anything to fear from each other. And then then they brought in welfare and all that stuff and started making people dependent on the state, and then it created a whole bunch of stuff. And then so once government starts getting into your life, things start going bad, because only you can take control of your life. If you rely on somebody else, then you're giving them the steering wheel of your direction. So
I really at first when you said only you, I thought for a second you were gonna say can prevent forest fires.
No, they got rid of Smokey.
But
So
I can't believe that. Like Smokey the Bear was the bee's knees. Ah!
Oh, his name's actually
Smokey the Bear. Yeah, I know, but I call him Smokey the Bear.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, I know. I just say Smokey the Bear. It's just a thing. I gotta mute myself for like 30 seconds.
all right.
So why don't you do a little filler of some awesome stuff real quick?
Another interesting topic we can discuss, because I copied and pasted this back on the 16th, so it's been 3 days. But like 1932, the first patent for a tree issued to James Markham for a peach tree. So that makes me wonder, like, was it that strain? Because like, how do you patent a tree? So it has to be like that seed, that strain for that particular peach. Like copywriting things, because Monsanto has a lot of copyrights on their seeds and whatnot, and I know that because they sued the wazoo out of private and small farmers whenever an act of nature like a gust of wind blew a seed into their property, and they lost everything somehow. Like, so it doesn't surprise me at all. Now that I know, I'm not sure when it happened, but Bill Gates owns Monsanto. I've mentioned that several times before.
No, okay, so you were talking about the peach tree. So did you find out like exactly like what particular peach tree he patented?
I did not.
Not in the history show. I didn't look it up either.
Well, let's see here. Let's check this out. So this is from Patan Yogi. So
In yogurt?
no, Patan Yogi. Let's see here. February 16th, James Markham received the first fruit tree patent for a peach tree. So it was the first fruit tree patent. As we know, peaches are a fruit. But
which is totally per tradition.
it's totally, of course, by tradition. Why do we have different pages? Oh, this is the patent. So it has to be the strain. Like, there's nothing else I can think of. Like, I'm no like botanist lawyer, but that's the only thing I can think of. I'm a layman. Anyway, let's see here. What's another topic of discussion? More about UFOs, because I don't really have much to bring to that table. Like that's Noah's and Erickson's.
Yeah. Let me
forte.
ask him what he knows about UFOs. What do you know about
Yeah.
UFOs, buddy?
Well,
Jackson, they fall.
why don't we wrap it up then? Because
Yeah, that sounds fine with me. We can wrap
yeah,
up the show.
yeah.
So
Well, we
yeah,
can talk about the derailment, but everybody else has been.
yeah,
So
exactly. And it's like we I think we talked a little bit about it last week, but like even though the episode like whatever, I mean it's like everyone else is talking about like it's like tell us something we don't know.
well, here's something that I just remembered that you have been failing to bring back up, Alice. Is that
What?
we don't talk about the past weeks anymore?
Yeah, we haven't. Well,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, let's look it up. Well, how was your last week?
My past week, I turned 36.
Yes, you did.
So yeah.
Happy
Um,
birthday.
went to Northwoods. Um, ordered a steak well done. They gave it to me medium rare.
Ah,
So
nice.
no,
Good call.
it tasted
I'm not.
absolutely awful, and I couldn't eat it. Burned my steak to a crisp. It tastes nasty. Otherwise, if there's any pink, any red, any color beyond gray in that steak, I've tried it. I've tried rare. I've tried medium rare. I've tried medium well. Everything tastes like absolute snot garbage unless it's well done.
Mag,
So
rare, medium rare, well, medium well, well done.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Say that word again.
Well, I guess we understand where he stands there.
but no, seriously,
Yeah.
any steak, I'm serious, anything less than well done literally makes me want to throw up. Like
I understand
it's a
it.
violent reaction. So
We don't want that to happen to you. So,
yeah.
but so after your birthday, what else happened for your week?
Um, Nothing much. Like I learned that there's more. Well, first off, I learned about the derailments like a week and a half after it happened, because there's so much happening. I can't keep my finger on everything. And then I learned that same day about the one that happened in Arizona. And then, later on that day or the next day, I learned that there were at least three more. There's one in Tennessee, one in Florida, and one somewhere else. You know, and as you mentioned, this is all happening around farmland that is not owned by Bill Gates or any other major company or corporation. These are all private, family-owned farms, individual things. So it's obviously an attack on private enterprise.
Yeah, that's what I think.
You
It's
know,
a theory. But,
let's not forget, around
Right.
this time, last year actually, wasn't all of those food processing plants randomly exploding? We lost
Yep.
what, 20 in a month? Like
Mm.
that's not just a random happenstance. Something is going on,
Yeah,
and
it's
this
so
is all
random.
on the heels. Don't forget about the whole Nord Stream thing when it's been discovered that we were the ones who blew it up to try to cause Europe to get pissed off at Russia to try to incite a war. So
Yeah. Well,
yep.
we gotta love this, but I can guarantee you that if everybody,
I can barely hear you.
if all the citizens actually
I can still barely hear you.
oh, what the heck's going on? Give me 1 second.
Are you on the other side of the mountain from your microphone? Oh, you're gone. All right. Well, there she is.
Can you hear me now?
There you are.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say is that there's a lot of things going on, and I think it's going at play. And what I'll say about everything is that I would understand that probably about 85% to 90% of people really do not condone what our current administration is doing. If
Oh.
they really knew exactly what was going on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guarantee that over half of the population in this country is not for what is our country is peddling out to.
It's
like
it's a small minority, very much like what happened in Germany in the 30s and 40s. Like a small amount of people took control and took over, and became one bad apple ruins the bunch kind of thing. So
yeah, but there's still a lot out there that probably do support. They're like, oh yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, really? Okay.
yeah. Well, I mean, they wouldn't gain power if they didn't have a certain amount of supporters. So,
Yep.
but yeah, I think this is
And
a good ending to the show here.
yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you very much for joining the Kicking the Peanut today. I
Yep.
hope you enjoyed our topics of conversation, as I thought we had a good few variety topics tonight. What do you think about that?
It was interesting. Like we really went off on like the play stuff, but that was fun. You know.
It was. Yes, we did. And the play place, I think we should actually double into that and see if we can find more extreme ones. And maybe we can find like quick video clips that we can use where, like we can use them and not get in trouble for them. Because that would be cool, because I bet you that we could see some really cool like obstacle courses. Like even like we could look at like garden mazes and stuff like that, because I've always been like a big fan of mazes. So like, or mirror mazes too, even would be like epic to see like some of those like obstacles and stuff. So
Have
I
you
mean, we could
seen
have like,
that one meme? George Biden's not George. Wow, I'm having a Biden moment. Brandon's corn maze, and it's just like
no.
a freshly plowed field, so that way you wouldn't get lost.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, I've seen it. All it is like it just shows a little box or something in it. Maybe I can't remember, but yeah. Well, anyways,
Yo,
like we just talk about random stuff in this show, and I appreciate anybody who decides to watch this show of ours. And if you do, you do. Cool, thank you. Subscribe, do all that fun jazzy poo stuff.
yo, before we sign out,
Otherwise,
look at this. Do you see this?
like a big air bubble.
It's a giant ball jungle gym thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Like you climb up inside of it.
Oh, one of those like, oh, it's like one of those like
Yeah,
triangular like contraptions. Oh, that's a huge one.
yeah.
Don't fall.
Yo, what is this? That's
I love those
crazy
things.
looking.
Those things are so fun to climb in.
Yeah,
But yeah, like maybe even we'll go into like the whole cool contraptions of like who invented some of these cool things. Like we could actually talk about like simple things like that would be fun.
I have a jungle
So,
gym story to tell you that I don't want to share on air. So
well,
I
well, we
almost
gotta
killed
close
someone.
the show. Oh, who just joined?
Muffin just joined. Right at
Muffin,
the
do you
tail
have
end.
it?
So
Muffin, do you have anything you want to say about life and whatnot?
he's probably with people. Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Oh, he's actually talking now.
Hi.
Hello, buddy.
Hi there.
How was your past week?
Really busy. Overtime. Yep.
Dang.
I haven't been online past couple of days as much, so
Past couple of weeks, bro.
yeah. So I'm freaking been busy, bro.
Yeah.
And life and shit, so
Yep.
yep.
All right. Well, Alice, why don't you sign us off here?
Well, as I will always say, for signing us off on this lovely game of kicking the peanut and show, be cool, stay in school, don't do drugs, drive safe, and don't rape, in the words of Chant Daniels, a lovely comedian from Minnesota.
Yep.
So,
Until you catch us next week, or if you're interested in history, we have a history show that streams every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. Until
and
then,
1 p.m. And 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. Until then, Alice, who are you?
I am who is Alice.
I am Alexander.
And we have a muffin at the end.
Yeah. A muffin at the end. So we have a muffin bottom, not a muffin top.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
snap. So,
Oh.
anyway, toodles.